sequence. Oh, my bad. Shucking Oysters. Shucking Oysters by Nat Chew. Act 1, Scene 1. Dream sequence. The stage is shrouded in shadow. Morphing, moving, forming, and dissolving. They form into monster, a large, imposing, winged figure, and a woman, mother. Elizabeth enters. Elizabeth sees them, and panic engulfs her. She clamors for mother, but cannot reach them in the shadows. Mother collapses. Elizabeth screams wordlessly. Monster rips herself apart, blackened talons reaching for Elizabeth, terrified. End of dream sequence. Lights up in Ayda's home. Elizabeth wakes up with a start in her bedroom. The lingering shadows recede. A well-worn, cluttered kitchen. It is dawn, too early for anyone to be up. A window is open, letting in the crisp sea air. Elizabeth sits at the kitchen table with parchment, pen poised over it.
Dear Mama, how the fuck did I end up here? I mean, excuse my language, but I just don't know what to do. Or what I should have done. The wedding was a dream, Mama. The French lace, the flowers. Theo really spared no expense. Remember the dress Lola made for Mrs. Edwards' wedding? The one you let me try on when she went to bed? It was just like that. Everything was so beautiful and white and soft. It felt right, like this is what I was meant to be, a bride. But now I'm here, like it was all just a perfect dream.
As she gets more upset, a shadow grows over the room, a flicker of herself.
I was good, Mama. Perfect even. I did everything you said to do. I sent the maids away, waited for dark. I feel it growing stronger sometimes. The dreams. The longer I'm away from Theo. I'm scared, Mama.
A flash of something. She calms herself. The darkness retreats.
Theo is convinced it's melancholy. Said some time by the sea would bring my spirit back up. What was I supposed to say? No matter, though. I decided that to take this all on the chin, I figured if I'm well-mannered enough and can convince him to visit and see how well I am, I'll be able to convince him I'm cured and be home in no time. I suppose it is a peaceful change to the city, despite the only company being my own personal warden. I know it is rude of me to be so ungrateful of the experienced care I've been placed under. But I assured you, Mama, you'd understand if you met her. I've never met such an uncouth, vicious woman. Frankly, it shocks me she used to be married. We just have absolutely nothing in common, and if I'm being honest, she really is just such a... Ayda!
Elizabeth. Have you gone for your walk yet?
The cold doesn't agree with me. The nights are balmier, I'll go then.
Theo mentioned.
You've heard from him recently? Did he send a letter?
No, from when he brought you.
Oh.
He mentioned the physician said you need to be out there twice a day.
I'll go twice in the evening then.
Oh, and how do you suppose you'll do that?
I will make it work.
Suit yourself then. Don't cry to me if you aren't getting any better.
Happy?
I don't know why you won't just sit on the shore. It's a beautiful day.
I told you, the weather and the day just doesn't agree with me.
City folk and their constitutions.
So, you haven't heard from Theo?
No.
What are you doing?
Working.
Have you ever considered getting...
We don't need to do this, you know.
Do what?
Make small talk.
Well, it's only proper. I am, after all, your guest.
Patient.
Yes, I'm under your care for the time my husband sees fit, but it doesn't mean this has to be a completely unpleasant endeavor.
I'm not one of your ladies, you know.
What's that supposed to mean?
You don't need to mince your words with me. I can take it.
I don't understand what you're implying.
You don't like me.
Well, that's not...
You don't need to be polite. It's fine. I'm a midwife, before anything. Regardless of anyone's feelings about each other, I'm going to care for you, as instructed.
I don't know why you insist on being so hostile. I am trying here.
Then don't.
Well, we have to get along. We're family of sorts.
Barely.
Theo would want us to...
The only man I was beholden to is dead. I owe Theo nothing but the care of his wife. So if you would please let me do my job so you can go back to doing yours. Eat. You're going to need your strength for your 2 evening walks.
Oh, hello.
Oh, good morning.
Clearly not. Sorry to disappoint, Lovey. But you weren't who I was expecting either.
Oh, my apologies. I didn't mean to be rude. I was just waiting on a letter.
Oh! No bother at all. I'm Victoria. Pleasure to meet you.
Elizabeth Wilson. Pleasure to meet you as well. Victoria! I didn't hear you come in.
I know I'm tad early, but I was buried through 3 yards before the little bugger started twisting my insides, so I figured he was impatient for today's appointment.
Oh, well that can absolutely be arranged. The room isn't ready yet, but if you just sit here for a bit, I can come get you when it's ready.
That sounds perfect. Could I get a cup of tea by any chance?
Oh, I can make you some.
Oh, that would be perfect. Thank you.
Only from the green tin. She can't have anything else right now.
Drat, and we almost got away with it.
Bad.
Bad for the baby. Yeah. Now, go get the room ready. Elizabeth will keep me company. So, how far along are you?
Sorry?
Are you pregnant?
Oh, I am not.
Oh, I'm so sorry, Lovey. I suppose that was very forward of me. You have to excuse me. The little bugger in me is taking all the energy I have to be polite. Just yesterday, I almost let out a toot. When he pressed it up in me strangely.
Oh, my apologies. I don't mean to.
No, you can laugh. That's all right. You're from the city, aren't you?
Yes. Can you tell?
Well, I haven't seen you around here before, but well, I don't mean to be rude, but you do seem a little uppity.
Oh, I see.
Well, I hope you know I didn't mean any offense.
Oh, none taken. I suppose I just never thought I came off that way.
Well, all city people are a little uppity. I've always assumed it's the way it makes you with all those teas and luncheons and whatever the city folk get up to do. So what are you here for, if I may ask?
Oh, I'm being treated for melancholy.
I've never heard of it. Is it contagious?
Oh, no, not at all. It's sort of an emotional malady.
Oh, that sounds unpleasant. Here I am complaining about a little bump.
I would hardly call that little.
Oh, why that's awfully rude. Guess you aren't too city after all.
Have you been coming to Ayda for the whole pregnancy?
Oh, yes. She's the only good midwife left, really. There's less and less now with these newfangled doctors coming in and insisting on being the only birth attendants. I've never felt right with them coming in and trying to poke around down there. Men, I mean. Bless their hearts. But they hardly know what works in the bedroom. Fumbling around when there's a third.
I suppose.
Don't worry, lovey. They aren't all like that forever. They learn.
Do you come here by yourself? That must be awfully exhausting.
Well, I don't have too much of a choice. It's just me and this little one now.
Oh, I'm so sorry.
It's all right. Can't be helped. John was a fisherman, just like his father and his grandfather. He left with a kiss in my hair one night for a big catch, and the storm broke out. He never came back.
That must have been terrible to go through.
It was. It still is. I'm not sure if it will ever not be. The looks don't help either. I know the way they talk about me. The whale widow. Say I'll never marry like this with a dead man's child in my belly. But I don't care. I love him and I'm going to have his baby, no matter how desolate that must seem.
I don't think it is at all. I think that's beautiful. You must have really loved him.
Still do. With all my heart. Well, there I go making things all morose when you're already sick with sadness.
Oh, it's quite all right, really. I am feeling quite a bit better with someone to talk to.
Well, I'm glad to hear that. Although I'm surprised, considering the company you're in. Ayda is a wonderful conversationalist with all her travels. You should ask her about it sometime.
I'm afraid she isn't very fond of me.
Well, she does take quite a bit to warm up.
May I speak frankly?
Of course.
I was surprised to see how cordial she was with you. She's been nothing but stern and cold with me. I can't see what I'm doing wrong.
Well, love, you aren't exactly the company she keeps. And frankly, without the city airs you've put on, you're actually a wonderful person to get to know. Perhaps try being this way with her, and with that time, I'm sure you'll be thick as thieves.
Thank you. I shall try my best.
Ah, all right now. We're already here. Just give on Ayda a second now. The little tyke gets so excited when we're here. Sometimes I think he's going to like her more than me.
How do you know it's a boy?
It's a mother's intuition. And the absolute brutish way he kicks me. Do you want to feel it?
Oh! Now that's not very nice to do to your mother.
Well, he's never stopped that promptly before. He must like you.
I've heard boys will listen to any woman but their mother. I'm sure it isn't personal.
God forbid. If he's anything like his father, he'll be a terror the second he has the chance. So, is there Mr. Wilson?
Oh, yes, there is. Theodore Wilson.
Oh, Wilson as in related to Ambrose Wilson.
Yes, were you acquainted with him?
Yeah, yes. When Ayda and him were married, he was in the city often, but I'd catch glimpses. Just a fine young man. Shame how young he was when he passed. Do you know what happened?
It really is such a tragedy, I don't know much. Theo avoids speaking about him.
I suppose everyone deals with grief differently.
Elizabeth moves to clear the cups.
So how long are you here for treatment?
I'm not entirely sure.
Is he perhaps going to visit anytime soon?
Unfortunately, I don't have the answer to that question either.
Well, that doesn't seem right. The absence of a loved one has never helped any feelings of sorrow.
He is incredibly busy.
Too busy for affairs of the heart?
It would seem so. I've written him countless letters of how much better I've been to convince him to come see me, but it seems to no effect.
Well, perhaps it's time to try a different entry point.
I'm sorry, I don't quite understand.
Well, men can be particularly thick when it comes to matters of understanding a woman's heart, which is why God's giving us more ways to get what our heart desires. Appealing to their baser instincts, lovey. When they are hungry, feeding them. When they're tired, rubbing the day's aches away. When they forget to miss you, reminding them of what they miss when you aren't there.
Oh, I see. I've never tried that.
Oh, you innocent lamb. Yes, seduce him.
Well, I would if he was here. I'm afraid I'm too far away for this to work, even if I could think of what to say.
A wife always has sway. Get your parchment out. Now that's just to start.
Just to start?
Come on now. You're too pretty to not have that imagination. Just tell him how you desire him. When John was alive and would go on trips to the city, I would write him these letters about how I missed his touch. There was this time before we were married.
Am I interrupting?
Not at all, Abby. Just telling Elizabeth how John took me.
Victoria!
Well, don't get stiff on me now. I was just starting to grow fond of you.
All right, now, save some stories for later. The room's ready.
Oh, I was just getting to the best part.
I'm sure your audience won't mind the information.
The city types and their propriety. I suppose I'll go easy on her. It was wonderful talking to you, Elizabeth. I look forward to keeping your company as long as you're here.
You as well.
Skipping forward. Ayda and Victoria bond in the birthing room, discussing Victoria's grief and Ayda's business being affected by the new city doctors coming to town. Meanwhile, in the kitchen, Elizabeth stares hard at the parchment. She looks up, dictating her writing jerkily.
Darling Theodore, I have been thinking about how much I desire you. I want to feel your touch on my skin, particularly the skin of my thighs and tongue on that same skin. Perhaps somewhere else. Perhaps my skin on your member? God, I've used skin too many times.
All tired out? Must have written quite a bit.
Oh, I didn't see you come in. I'm sorry. I hope the appointment went well.
Oh, everything is all right with this one.
Can I offer you another cup of tea?
Oh, I'll take you up on that next time, lovey. I'm feeling quite exhausted after the day I've had. Best I get home before I'm too tired to stand.
Do you want me to escort you?
No. I'm fine. No need to fuss over me. I will see you both soon.
It has come to my attention that I've been rather uppity of late. And I'd just like to apologize if I have come off in a particular way.
All right then.
All right then.
Apologize then.
I believe I just did.
No. What you said was you'd like to apologize. Not that you were apologizing.
Fine. I'm sorry. If I was being stuck up at any point.
All right then.
Did you want to say anything back?
Not particularly. What? Did one of your ladies uninvite you for brunch? Did you not hear me?
He's not coming. For another month.
Let me see.
He won't even come talk to me. Physician's orders.
All right now. Get up.
Sorry?
Get up. You're going to help me.
What's the point?
The point is, you're not going to get any better just sitting around.
Maybe I'll get sicker. Perhaps he'll come visit me then.
No. Because if you're going to get better, I'm going to put you to work. You're going to earn your keep here.
I paid to be here.
Your husband paid for you to be here. The way I see it, you can keep fighting me, and we can make each other miserable until your husband comes and picks you up. Or you can do something. Perhaps being around expecting mothers will help your mood. I'll be in the birthing room.